And good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to UndercoverET. Guys, I hope you're doing really well. I appreciate that the weather in the UK is very poor at the moment, so, you know, bad visibility, raining constantly. The videos aren't quite coming in from the UK at the moment. Even I'm struggling to get my camera out there without rain hitting the window and coming in and wind gusting. It's horrible out there, right? I do appreciate those that are emailing in. It really is a great effort from you guys, so thank you very much. And guys, if you are new to the channel, this channel is all about analysing your evidence, UAP evidence, recording my own as well, which takes a bit of time to record. And I do try and update you guys with the most important news. So that's what I do. Part reporter, part investigator, researcher, and part analyst as well. So I try and cover as much of it as possible. But this topic is so vast, guys. I mean, it can go from pyramids to space to the ocean. There's just so much, okay? There's so much to cover. There's a lot of evidence in different areas as well. So we have to try and cover it all, okay? Nazca mummies are included in that as well. Everything is nothing until we know it's something, right? I know that's a bit of a tongue twister, but we put a label on everything until we really know what it is. That's just the way humans work. So we're also going to look at the Epstein files today. Well, we're not going to look at the files per se. We're going to look at the reaction, what's happened since these last files that have been released. And apparently they are the last files according to the Trump administration. But what we get to do now is we get to look at all the files, at least the public do, and they get to scrutinise and find out if they've done a good enough job with the redactions and stuff like that. Why am I talking about the Epstein files? Because I do believe they link to our investigations, they link to UAP, UFO. I'm going to keep it sweet, I'm going to keep it short, but guys, we've got to look at it. So as always, please like and subscribe to the channel. We do need your support the public's evidence, support disclosure. Let's go. Okay, so Skywatch Signal on X has posted this: time travel and mutants in the Epstein files. And here is an email. You can see CC'd in is Jeffrey Epstein. That's his email address on all of the documentation that we have for him. Seth, we should explore the biological consequences of time travel. It would be amusing to calculate the rate of evolution of a population or a mutant that can travel in time. M. I tell you what, that's insane. And they've CC'd Jeffrey in the email. So there are people in deep places from back in the day, this was 2011, that were discussing mutation, biological consequences of time travel. The fact that they're even discussing time travel as well, pretty interesting stuff. So look, this is what I say, Epstein, there's no way that Jeffrey would have got away with what he was doing unless he knew people, right? And these people, they know all the top information, and they've been researching it for years. So am I surprised? No. I'm not surprised that Jeffrey was part of this. It's a little bit shocking of the sheer level of corruption that we are dealing with in the world. And it's got to stop. It's just got to stop, guys.
Okay, entering the hot zone. LAPD 213. Okay, 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hot zone. Right here. Tag them. There it is right there on top. Very fast. Very far. Far and fast. I'm going to back up a little. I don't want to zoom out the dragon. We might get one more. And check the roof camera. So far so good. No radar hit. That's a bird. Panasonic X1000. 4K. I don't know if that was. It can work. 4K. 60 frames. That's wait a minute. There's a dragon. But wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Who are you? What is this? It's a balloon? It's a balloon, it just got tagged. Whoa, whoa, it's way out there. Whoa, 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 we're gonna magnify. Whoa, 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 come here, come on back. Clearly a balloon. Huh, that's never happened. Oh, this is going to make some good roof video. Let me back up. I lost it. I lost it.
All right, this one also from Skywatch Signal, the new Manta Ray, or just one they are ready to show us. Guys, this is an awesome piece of kit, but Skywatch Signal does make a good point here. This looks impressive on paper, it really is. The Manta Ray uncrewed underwater vehicle uses buoyancy-driven glider tech, long-duration autonomy, seabed hibernation, and fully digital design workflows. All real and all insanely clever. However, none of this is revolutionary in 2026. Buoyancy engines, underwater gliders, autonomous station keeping and seabed loitering have existed in classified or semi-classified form for years. Programs like this don't just appear overnight, and what we are seeing now is what DARPA is putting out to the public. Think about what this actually means. DARPA are not in the habit of releasing the latest tech. The latest versions are already a generation or two ahead, at least. Manta Ray isn't the cutting edge, it's the declassified edge, the stuff we are meant to see, discuss and normalise, while more advanced undersea platforms stay out of sight. So yes, it's impressive, I can't lie, but if this is what they're showing us, imagine what they are not, guys. I'm going to turn the volume down because it's got some music behind it, but we are going to have a look at this thing. Obviously it's shaped like a manta ray, there you go. It's built, as he says, to sit on the seabed, equipped with all kinds of technology, guys. That really is impressive, but Skywatch Signal makes a good point. There's no way, if they're showing us this and making it public, there's no way this is all they've got. You know? And this is what we're talking about, guys. We're talking about the secrecy. We're talking about what they're willing to hide and what they're willing to show. And the Epstein files is another example of that. You know, it's what they're willing to hide. It's not what they're willing to show. And the redactions are ridiculous in those files. And yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff. I can't wait to see what else they have. But unfortunately, we may have to. It just depends really on world leaders and decisions made. If the corruption stops, we may learn a lot more, a lot quicker. You know, if we can make peace with the world, then we may be able to share information a little bit more broadly. So that's the goal, that's the plan. But this looks pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Still, I don't think it's going to be moving 60 to 100 underwater, and that would be very impressive, right? Very, very cool indeed. Okay, so I'm going to take you back to last year where I went to Wales and I did some night filming with Karen and the whole family. There was literally 6 or 7 of us in a line filming the skies, and we created some attention that night, guys, for sure. We had a saucer approach us. I didn't personally see it. I was looking in one direction and Karen was kind of looking across me towards the tree to my left, and she captured this clip. An amazing saucer that just turns up behind the tree, shows itself clear as day to Karen, and then goes. And it looks like it sort of dips down really quite low to the ground and then zips across the tree. So it really was an amazing experience. Karen just tapped me on the shoulder and she's like, "You've got to look at this." And obviously I'm stood next to her filming in the other direction, right? So I didn't know what just happened. I was capturing stuff anyway, and then she goes and captures the gold, doesn't she? Like she always does. But I wanted to show you my nighttime footage as well, and just some of it for those that haven't seen it. I was using an infrared camera and I was capturing stuff. For the most part, I thought a lot of them were bugs, but there were some things that I just couldn't explain that did creep through. And I do need you guys to just give me your opinion on it, because it's a weird one for me. All right, guys, so this is, you can see the date time-stamped, 11:16 in the evening, 16th of July, 2025. And I went out to the very spot where Karen first captured the jellyfish UAP. So I was right there. I filmed the same sky. You can see here to my left, on the left here, you can see the tree. Okay, so yeah, in a nutshell, guys, I was filming, like I say, this way. Karen was to my right, and she was sort of filming across my vision, and so she captured more of the tree. Now, it was pitch black. We turned all the lights off as well, so there was no lights coming out of the house at all, which is why you can't even see the trees until that saucer approached and covered up part of the object itself. But the reason why I wanted to take you to this part here is I mean, there's going to be moisture in the air, right? So I fully expect to capture some of these orbs, because that's what moisture in the air will look like. But some of them are very, very odd, guys. Very, very odd indeed. And I'm going to take you to one spot now. Look at that. And you can see the bug comes through it afterwards, right? That really is something else. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. What was that's very specific object there? Now, obviously, we've got quite a few, objects flying around, whether they be bugs or moisture in the air or whatever. But a couple of times we captured objects just like that. And like I say, looking at the timestamp 11:17, this was very, very close to when Karen captured the saucer. And like I say, we was filming up until around, I'd say 12:30. So a good hour and a half of being out there filming. And yeah, guys, I honestly believe that we attracted some attention that night, with so many people pointing their cameras in the skies in the middle of Wales, literally in the middle of nowhere. You couldn't see roads, you couldn't see anyone. There was nothing, no lights, no nothing. So it was an experience in itself. Beautiful scenery, loved it. Can't wait to do it again this year. Hopefully I'm going to get out there and spend a few days out there. The scenery is amazing, and I can't wait. Maybe find a campsite and do a couple of nights of just solid filming, early evening all the way until the early hours of the morning, maybe. Who knows? Okay, guys, we're going to leave it there. I do appreciate your time as always. Do make sure you hit the subscribe button. That is free to do. And also, guys, you see the share button there? Hit share. It does help me if you share on your social media platforms. The larger we are, the more eyes that are on us, the more power that we have to get this information out there, guys. So I encourage you guys to like, subscribe, share, comment, get your cameras in the sky, email in the evidence to me, undercoverETuk@gmail.com. And with that, thank you so much for your time. Take care, all the best, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.